Are you thinking about going to the Naperville Rib Fest for 4th of July this year? Well, I've got bad news. Unfortunately, the Naperville Rib Fest was moved, location, and the date was moved. So I'm going to give you a review of the 2022 Naperville Rib Fest. I'll give you an update on location and the date so you can check it out for next year. I'm Pearson, a local realtor. I do videos like this one on community information as well as real estate updates. If you like my video, hit the subscribe button. I've been helping people out just like you looking to move to Naperville. If you need some help, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you out in finding a home here. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little info on the Naperville Rib Fest. Interesting tidbit, the Naperville Rib Fest is actually not located in Naperville. It used to be located in Naperville, across from Naperville Central. It's moved a few times. This year, it's moved to the DuPage County Fairgrounds, located in Wheaton, Illinois, just one town over from Naperville. And it was held over Father's Day weekend. But don't worry if you're looking for something to do for the July weekend in Naperville. There is the Naperville Salute will be happening in Naperville. It will be a 4-day event happening July 1st to the 4th, located on Rotary Hill, which is the sled hill right next to the Millennium Carillon, right along the Riverwalk. There'll be 4 days of bands along the sled hill. July 1st, it's $5 for the music. Saturday, Sundays, $15. And 4th of July, it is free entertainment all day and on the 4th of July. So there is something happening in April on the 4th of July, just not the Rib Fest. So the Rib Fest has been going on for some time in Naperville. It moved this year to a new location. So the Rib Fest is actually a major fundraising part for the Exchange Club of Naperville, which is to help fight childhood abuse and domestic violence. It also helps strengthen families in our local communities. As a result of these fundraising efforts from the Rib Fest of its 32 years, over $18 million has been contributed back to the local communities in support of these causes. So the Rib Fest blends community entertainment, of course, the award-winning ribs, and vendors across the country. So here's my little review. I'm going to share some footage of my family visiting the Rib Fest. Please keep in mind, we visited during the day. It was actually the last day that we attended, so the crowds were much smaller. I'm going to guess during the night it was much more crowded. When I was a kid, I recall the lines being quite long to get your favorite ribs. You have to stand in line for them. But we got to the Naperville Rib Fest, located in Wheaton. Parking actually was not that bad. There's a lot of signs to direct you there. There was a large parking deck. I did notice there were some shuttle signs to drive you closer if you couldn't park up that close if it was a busier day. So parking, not a problem. We got there and there was quite a few Rib Fest vendors to check out. If you don't like ribs, personally, ribs are not my favorite food. There were other options to check out. There were some shredded pork options. My daughter had some chicken tenders, and we got a Rib Fest little sampler that we shared. So you could get different coleslaw beans, shredded pork, and a few ribs to share with a bunch of people. So the location was a little different than Naperville. It almost felt a little small town vibey to me because it was at the DuPage County Fairgrounds. A lot of the booths were located almost like little barn sheds that they were underneath. So it had a kind of a small town vibe going on, it felt. It was kind of a different vibe. It was very hot and sunny that day. There were some tents to have you covered. What else can I tell you? The venue had a lot going on. There also was carnival rides, festival happening for children. I think they were kind of larger rides. I wouldn't say quite appropriate for the toddler side, more of the bigger kid size carnival rides to check out. And then the award-winning ribs. And it was the family fun area. So all that area was free. The rib area and the carnival rides are free. To get into the music venue was an additional charge for most of the days, except for the last day when we attended. So they had a great lineup of artists that were playing. There was a large stage area and people could bring their blankets and chairs and spread out and have a good time and enjoy the entertainment if it was either during the day or in the evening. Eat your ribs with a bunch of friends or family and enjoy the Rib Fest in Wheaton, Illinois. So overall, we had a good time. Review from the people that attended with me. My husband thought the parking situation was much better Then at the Naperville Rib Fest, he complained that parking was an issue when he attended in the past. It was smaller crowds when we went. I think it was during the daytime. So if you've got little ones, go maybe at lunchtime. You won't have long lines. Enjoy it. Try a few vendors out. It's a thing that Naperville's known for, even though it's moved locations. It's still a fun festival to check out. It's moved to Father's Day weekend now. I'm not sure if it's going to stay there for next year, but for 2022, it was Father's Day weekend at the DuPage County Fairgrounds. So that's my review of the Rib Fest that was held in the DuPage County Fairgrounds in Wheaton, Illinois. I'm Amy Pearson, a local realtor. Hope you enjoyed my video on local community events happening in the Western Suburbs. I've got a great video coming up that I think you might enjoy. It's actually a video on Wheaton, Illinois. It's a driving tour of downtown Wheaton. I think you might enjoy. Please check it out.